Hello peeps and welcome to Sundays with Sparky. How's it going? Have you had a good week? I've had a pretty good week, I suppose. Not bad at all. On Wednesday it was my birthday, so that kind of made things a little bit better in some respects. Until, you sort of go, oh my god, I'm that old. And then you're like, well, maybe it wasn't so good. So, movies this week has been a bit sparse. I've had lots of things that I needed to catch up on YouTube, just watching. I've got so many I'm subscribed to so many different channels that it's hard to try and keep up with everything that everyone puts out. But I like to try and see what people are doing because, I feel like I'm learning from other people that way. Well, I did go to see The Amazing Spider-Man 2 at the cinema on my birthday as like a little birthday treat. Although it wasn't much of a treat. It was okay. It was okay. It was not as good as I was hoping it was going to be. Actually, no. Saying that, I didn't think it was going to be any good, so I wasn't that disappointed when I went to see it. Yeah, they should just stop. They should just stop. I don't know if they make another one. I don't know if I'll bother going to see it at the cinema because every time, as I say, the first Amazing Spider-Man was pretty good, and I was quite interested in the chemistry between Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy, and I enjoyed that side of it. There is still that chemistry, but that's not enough to keep the film interesting. That dynamic is not going to keep a film interesting. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a comic book movie, not a romantic comedy. So there's got to be action in it. There's got to be a more of a plot to it than just I can't go out with you, but I'm in love with you thing going on. I think I spoke about this last week, or it might have been the week before, when I watched The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one that they made with Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, and I said about the cranes that came across, and it was just like really convenient. It was just crap like that ruined the movie for me. It was like the Electro's character was quite interesting, but he went from this kind of nerd that was like, oh sorry, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I'm really sorry. I don't really know what's going on. To I'm going to kill everyone in the world, like within seconds. And it's like, what the hell? How did that even happen? You were having this conversation, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh yeah, it just escalated really quickly. I mean, if there was a better use for that GIF from Anchorman, it was in that movie at that point. Just not good. Just not good. The special effects were great. Can't fault the special effects. They were great. Rhino might as well have just not been in it. I mean, he's in it at the beginning and at the end, briefly, but he might as well have just not been in it. He didn't serve any purpose whatsoever. I'm trying not to give out too many spoilers, by the way, but it's not a very good movie, so it doesn't really matter too much. Possible spoilers. And Harry Osborn, his character, again, it was a case of like flicking on a switch. Went from being very pally with Peter Parker and being like, hey, we're going to hang out and talk about girls and stuff because we haven't seen each other in ages and we're like best buds, to I'm going to kill Spider-Man. It's like, what? And don't even get me started on the makeup, because obviously Harry Osborn is it Hobgoblin or Green Goblin? I think it's Hobgoblin. I can't remember. He's one of them anyway. And yeah, his makeup he just looked weird. It didn't look like anything that he should have looked like. It didn't look like anything I've ever seen in the comic books or in the cartoons or even in the previous films. He doesn't look like any of those. It just looks weird. He looks almost like a zombie or something. It's just strange. I mean, the photos are out there. They've been around on the internet for a few weeks now. It's just not good. I don't know quite why they decided to go in that route, but I think it was a bad decision. Bad decision. So overall, Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 wasn't amazing. Was it better than Spider-Man 2? I'm not sure that it was, actually. I think I quite enjoyed that one with the Spider-Man 2, the one with Dr. Octopus in it. That was quite good. I mean, Dr. Octopus is a legend as far as Spider-Man villains are concerned. So yeah, save your money if you haven't seen it yet and you were thinking of going to see it. Unless you are the biggest Spider-Man fan in the world and you don't care about whether the film's actually any good or not, then fine, go see it. Otherwise, maybe wait and rent it. Maybe. Or do what I do and wait until they're like £3 or £5 and then buy them on DVD. And then maybe watch them once or twice. That's a bit stupid, isn't it? Okay, so Game of Thrones, been watching that. Season 4. It's pretty good. Although, I'm hoping, because we're at episode 4 now, and it started off great and it's been gradually getting worse as the season's gone on, and I'm hoping that it's going to start to get better again and then end with like something amazing. Because it started off really strong, and I'm just hoping, and the last couple of episodes have been a bit kind of like, there's lots of nothing really happening. It feels like it's building up to something though, so I'm hoping that it starts moving on, which would be good, because I love the Game of Thrones. I love it. So games this week, we had 2 Plague Inc. episodes. We had one of my normal playthrough, which is coming to an end. I believe there's like one more one. I think it's like the bioweapon. I think that's the last one, which will be going out tomorrow. And I started doing a how to beat the game on brutal difficulty, which will start taking the place of Mondays once the normal playthrough is finished. So I put one of those out on Wednesday because I didn't have anything else to put out. I didn't have a big deck player because I couldn't find any decent decks. Actually, that's not true. I have found decent decks, so there will be one this week. But what with my birthday and other things going on, just didn't really have time to really check it out properly. And trying to play a brand new deck in ranked when you're quite high rank generally doesn't work very well because you don't know the deck very well. So that didn't really work out for me, which is why it got delayed a bit. And obviously we had Saints Row 4 with Suki on Friday, which is as fun as it always is. But yeah, the how to beat brutal difficulty, yeah, they'll start coming out on Mondays, and then Fridays will still say as Saints Row 4 days, and then Wednesdays will be either Big Deck Player or One-Off Wednesdays. I almost made a One-Off Wednesday because I played through the original Bioshock this week because I felt like I just wanted to play a game where I could shoot some stuff, and I couldn't really decide what I wanted to play. And I figured I haven't played it all the way through for a long time, so I'll do that. And I picked, I think when I've played it before, I always picked, because you get 2 different endings depending on your progression through the game. When you find the little sisters, you can either choose to save them from their weird experimentation thing, and kind of save them from being little sisters, or you can just harvest them, which I think probably just kills them, but you get more for doing that. But if you save them, then you get little gifts and stuff along the way. And I thought, well, whenever I've played this through before, I've always done the helping them and getting the little gifts and stuff along the way, and that's how I got that ending. So this time I played it through, I chose the other route and chose to harvest them all to get lots more Adam for buffing myself up, and then I'd got the alternate ending, which was really cool. Yeah, I'd never seen that before, so that was pretty cool. I've now installed Bioshock 2 because I've caught the Bioshock bug again, and I'm probably going to play through that this week as well. Whether I'll record any or not, I don't know. I just like playing them. If I've got time this week, then maybe I will. Me and Suki were talking about possibly doing some more collab stuff with other people, like we did, similar to what we did with Guns of Icarus. Hopefully we can get a few more people involved that are also YouTubers or streamers or something. Speaking of streamers, I've ordered myself a new headset because the one that I've got has got a bit of a buzz on it, and sometimes the sound only comes out of one ear, and I've had it for a long time. I've had it for a very long time. I think I've probably had it for about 4 years. So I finally managed to order myself a new headset, a Turtle Beach thing. I'm not really sure what it is, but it got a lot of good reviews, and I managed to find somewhere that did it for fairly cheap in the UK. I think on Amazon it's about £45–50, might even be more than that, might even be £55–60. But I managed to find somewhere that sells it for £35 and delivers, so that was pretty cool. And I'm also going to be ordering a webcam, because unfortunately this camera is only a camera and it doesn't do live video out, so I can't use it as a webcam, which is sad because I would have preferred to have not had to spend more money on a camera, but you know, needs must, as they say, and I've ordered myself I will be ordering myself a webcam so that I can do some live streams finally. I've been wanting to do live streams for ages, but always felt that unless I had a camera it didn't really work quite well, and I think it's much better to have a camera. If you watch some of my really early big deck players, that was what I was going to have as my kind of live stream setup, but it never really worked out quite how I intended. So yeah, so that's the thing. That's something that I'm going to try and look into doing more of, and maybe doing some face cams on some of my videos as well in the future, possibly, we'll see. So yeah, some exciting times, some interesting things coming up. So thank you very much for sticking around and subscribing. I've had quite a few new subscribers recently, so hello, welcome. Hope you find something that you enjoy watching and interesting, or something entertaining at least. I will see you all again next week, and we'll talk more about hopefully my new headset and stuff. Cool. Thanks for watching, peeps. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.